Selfie with the Elfie. She's ice skating today. And she left a note that reads, Santa wanted me to tell you that he knows you can do better. Please try really hard today. XXOOJC. So maybe that will be motivation. And you can see I'm all jingly. I've got my antlers on. All right, let me show you my outfit. So, as I said on Monday, it is reindeer week, obviously. Watch this, this is so cool. Huh. How fun. Okay, this is like epileptic seizure setting though, so let's not use that one. I like this one. So, I'll probably use that to get their attention. I've got a special shirt and special leggings and my black boots. I've got a ring that I've worn before, and I showed you the earrings, but I don't know if you saw them very well. Rudolph. And pretty much everything came from Walmart. Walmart last night. Walmart a few years ago. Walmart a few weeks ago. And my pants a few weeks ago. So, I'll back up so you can see it, and then I'll catch you up on the day. I got here on my reindeer. Of course I did. Let me show you my pants. Cool. I don't know. I think I showed you the gingerbread man this morning or last night. I can't remember. I filmed it, so you've probably already seen it. I have a breakfast burrito heated. My iced coffee is just too much of a glob to drink right now, unfortunately, but that's okay. I will make it work. It'll be fine. And I have some blueberry muffins from the kitchen yesterday, so that would be a good snack maybe later. I didn't know if I was going to make it today because last night I had an awful headache and it just got worse and worse and worse as the night wore on. And so by the time I went to bed, I was miserable. I had taken medicine. I had drank warm liquids. I had put the corn bag on my head, the rice bag on my head. It was just not good. And to top it all off, my silly Vlogmas video was giving me fits uploading. Like, I could get it on the computer fine, but then it wouldn't upload to YouTube. So I had to delete it 3 times out of YouTube and start over. Not fun anyway, but when you have a splitting headache where you feel like you're going to be sick, it is really not good. But I'm like, I want to get this done. I'm not going to have time in the morning. And plus, I don't know if I mentioned, but my charger for my MacBook died the other night at home. The one I keep at home. Like the one I have at school is the school's charger, and I bought one for me. So I can always have one because I don't want to take it back and forth. So, mine died. So I ordered another one from Amazon, so it should be here today. But I was like, oh my gosh, I only have so much charge I can use on this Mac before it dies on me. So it worked out fine. It uploaded the last time, thankfully. So then this morning, like at 3:40 or something, I woke up and I'm like, oh, my head hurt even worse. I'm like, oh, great. So I got up, did my whole routine again, medicine and rice bag, corn bag, hot liquid. Well, I took some medicine, but I ate like half of a banana with it because usually the medicine upsets my stomach if I don't eat something with it. So then I did a little bit on the computer because I needed to make a sign for my gingerbread man, and I didn't want to wait till I got here because I knew it wouldn't get done early enough, and I wanted it out there when the kids came, blah, blah, blah. Had other things to do too. Did all that, and then I'm like, okay, it's almost 5. I'm going to go back to bed for a while because I did not need to get up till 6 today. So I went to lay back in my bed, and it's like as soon as I hit the bed, I was like, oh, crud, I'm going to get sick. So I had to like dash to the bathroom. So my medicine didn't do me any good because it didn't stay with me long enough. Sorry if it's TMI, but that's what happens when you have a horrible headache. Sometimes you get sick. So super fun times. So now my headache is at like a manageable level, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to tolerate these because when I have a headache, I can't stand anything touching me, especially like squeezing me, but these are really light and they're not hurting me at all. But I'm like, I can't be gone. You know how that is. You can't, there are times where you just really can't be gone. I mean, I know people will be like, well, if you're sick, you're sick. Okay. I wasn't like flu sick or virus sick. I was headache sick, which, I mean, that's just as bad. I'm like, I would rather come in and just make it through the day, because I didn't think there was any way I could make sub plans. At least this way I'm here and I can be like, okay, you guys go do this, and I'm going to go do this with this friend and test them. I can do testing at least. So not good. So I'm hoping that this headache maybe will just go away. So I took more medicine later. So I'm just keeping myself medicated as much as possible. Eating some food will probably help. Drinking lots of water will probably help, which I did that this morning. I drank a lot of water and then, you know, didn't work well. Didn't keep it. Anyway, today will be better. It's got to get better, right? It's got to get better. Okay, I just printed some pictures of another student's flat gingy project, so I'm excited to get those to them, and we'll share some more of those today. What else are we doing? No more testing, thankfully, except for there are 3 kiddos that did not finish their math test yesterday on iReady. They will be finishing it this afternoon during independent working time. I have 1 kiddo that flew through it, so obviously it wasn't even trying, who will be retaking it tomorrow. Since I'll be here, I can have him do it then. And we're going to be learning about Ireland and doing our little postcard. Which this one was not in the pack. Ireland is not in the pack that has the postcards. It is in the research pack, but it's 2 different resources. So I made my own. Yep. So we're gonna do that. And then I have an Irish Night Before Christmas that I will read. And they're really big on leaving carrots for the reindeer. So I made this. It's kind of fuzzy because it was like a Google image or something. It's kind of fuzzy, but I made this for the kids to use as their like craft thing to put on their postcard. And then this is like a kind of like a passport stamp thing that they can have, but I just made 2. Okay, so that is this morning. And plus our visitor that wasn't able to come on Monday for Mexico is coming today, unless there's something that terrible happens and he's not able to come today, but I think he will be able to come. So I've planned for him. Also, we're going to do a watch, think, color. That is a listening one because my kids, they need to practice listening skills. And it's very quiet when they're working on those, except for the occasional. So I'm like, shh, whispering is still talking. Can't talk at all. But it's going to be a reindeer. And I will try to show you that real fast because I think I have it saved. I should have it saved in my December thing. Yes, I'll show it to you. And 1 shake of a reindeer tail. Here it is. How cute is that? It's Rudolph. Yay. So they only need 4 colors. Light brown, dark brown, black, red. Hopefully we can scrounge those colors up. I've been picking crayons up off the floor and throwing them in the crayon bucket because I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm over it. You're not picking up your crayons. They're gone. You'll get them back because you'll need them and you'll get them out of the crayon bucket. So yeah, we have like a lost and found bucket that is overflowing. So like when I leave for Christmas break, those are going to dump into the crayon bucket for community supply. And the colored pencils, honestly, will probably, because we don't have a sharpener for those. Unless they bring their own sharpener, there's no way to sharpen them. So I don't know why we even get those. I personally don't really like colored pencils because they're a pain to sharpen because you can't use the electric sharpeners with those. It's a big no-no. It messes up the motor. They're not made to sharpen them. They're too soft. They gunk up the motor. And the kids aren't, you know how kids are with hand sharpeners. There's pencil shavings everywhere. Ugh. So I would rather not have those at all. I'd rather have skinny markers than those. Coloring with the colored pencil is very difficult and it takes forever. And that's why some of those are very dull because they've colored with them. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have a way to sharpen them. You might need to get a sharpener and sharpen them at home. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, our math lesson is 1 of 2 left. So we're going to finish up tomorrow with math. Yay. So we're on lesson 11 of chapter 4, and it is finding sums of 3 2-digit numbers. Cool. I think that'll be fun. And then tomorrow's lesson is finding the sum of 4 2-digit numbers. So taking lots and lots and lots of addition. So I think it'll be fine. They just have to group them up and then add them together. So I think that's going to be kind of cool. And then after we do our lesson today, we'll do the Rudolph watch. Well, it's a listen, think, color, but it's called the watch, think, color because they have to watch the board for the color that it shows. And they have to listen for the number. And my group for Power Hour today did the other cards that are around the room when they did 13 through 24. And then we had 10 minutes left, I'd say. And we checked the ones that they did, and I heard a lot of, yeah. Oh, yay. They're getting it. I said, okay, 2 thumbs up if you got them all right. A lot of them did that. So 1 thumbs up if you got most of them right. Yeah, a lot of them did that. And then sad face if it was a little tricky today and you didn't get a lot right. I only had a couple of sad faces, so yay. I said, you know what? It's okay. We're still learning, still practicing, and this is not our skill that we're working on in Go Math either, so they're ahead anyway. So they're going to get more exposure, and it will be easier for them when we get to chapter 6, which is 2 chapters away from where we are now. So yay. I told them tomorrow, bring your crayons. We're going to do one of those math colorings, and they're like, yay. So theirs will be a Christmas tree, and I have made it again like I showed you the last one I did with them when it was a not regrouping one. This one's 3-digit with regrouping, and since that takes a while, let me see if I can find the one I did. I think it's this one. I finagled. Yep. Okay, so this, let me switch you around here. All right, this is what it looks like, and the numbers on the slides, they're just 3-digit numbers. So what I did was made an addition problem that would equal that. That would be the sum. Let's see what I did. So since these are regrouping ones, I did 4 in between this time instead of 3. So they'll solve one and they'll just color 4. They'll solve one and they'll color 4. They'll solve one, then they'll color 4. And so on and so forth. This one's a little shorter too. It doesn't seem shorter, but it is. They should be able to get done with it within the time we have. And their tree will look like that, and they can draw a star on top. Cool, huh? It's motivation to get the right answer so that you get the right number to color so that your picture turns out. Of course, I will link that resource again below. I have the Christmas bundle of the Watch, Think, Color. It's only $5. And you have 5 different pictures, but there are like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 different skills within those. So you can differentiate, like they will all make the same picture, but they can do different skills. So you could have your computer over here and have a small group watching the computer do it. You could have another group with another computer or the board projecting another one for someone else. It could be a station. If you did on your computer or on the board, you could make it as a station for math. That'd be kind of cool. And then you could do different ones each time. You're like, okay, group 1, here's your Watch, Think, Color. Group 2, here you go. Here's your Watch, Think, Color. You might not want to do the same picture if you're going to do it that way because they'll already know what it is. That's kind of the fun of it, is watching it unfold into a picture. Like they start going, oh, what is that? What is that? Because they don't know what it is at first. They start making guesses. I'm like, oh, let's find out. There are some Grinchy ones too. Oh yeah, you bet I'm going to be doing that for Grinch Day next week. Yeah. So if I didn't mention before, next week is our last week of school before break. I'm not excited at all, said no teacher ever in the history of ever. Nah. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, full days. Friday, half day. Get out at 12:20, boom, done. See ya, have a great 2 weeks. Be back in 2019. Yeah, so we will be doing, I'm trying to get done with all my testing and things before next week if possible, because I don't want to do anything like that next week. I want it to all be fun. And my wonderful friend across the way here sent us all some really amazing Christmas activities to do next week if we want to do them. Like each day is a different theme. Like there's a candy cane day, there's a Christmas tree day, there's a Christmas cookie day, and I don't remember the other ones because I was just looking at it briefly, but they look really awesome. So I want to finish Christmas around the world. We will probably have a whirlwind tour on Monday. Then Wednesday is movie day, and opposite movie day I want to do our Christmas party with the mom that wants to do a Christmas party with us. And then Thursday is going to be Grinchmas all day long. And then Fridays are half day. We have the Santa sing-along. And Thursday, I think Santa's coming to the classrooms to visit, so that's okay. They can come in during Grinch Day. No problem. So we'll be doing all kinds of Grinchy activities next week, all kinds of Christmas around the world activities next week to get caught up, and some little surprises along the way. So it'll be super fun. So I hope you continue to join me for that. It should be very fun and interesting and cool. I'm going to eat my breakfast now, get some more work done, and it'll be time to get my kids and continue on with our day. Okay, it's time to go get my kiddos from the library, and then we will come back and do our math lesson after some chat time. And then I forgot I had a reindeer scholastic news that we're gonna do after recess today. So they're gonna be surprised because I forgot all about it. Oh.
85.
Good afternoon, it is lunchtime. I just dropped off my cherubs in the lunchroom. We just got finished with our visit from the Spanish teacher from the high school, and it was really awesome. He talked about las posadas, and he told us about tamales, and I was able to get the book out that Jeremy Michael book recommended, Too Many Tamales, which we haven't read yet, but we will. We've already read The Legend of the Poinsettia, so I thought when we talk about Mexico, we'll read that book, because then it'll give them something else to listen to. And it was pretty cool. So he told us that he lived in Mexico for 2 years. He just was immersed in the culture, the language, everything. Things are falling off. Oh my goodness. I'm heating up my lunch right now, and I'm hoping that makes me feel better because my head is still... I need to drink more of my water. I haven't done very well. You can see it's like up to here. Not good. Yeah, the students were uber excited about the visitor, which was good. I had a couple of kids that were... they can't handle when we have visitors. They get kind of show-offy and kind of gets obnoxious where you stand by them and you go, thank you for not talking anymore. Yeah, that's kind of what I did with one of my lovelies. He just kept interjecting things and just making noises to get attention, and we don't want that. We want to be our best selves. Yeah. I got a beautiful Christmas card from one of the grandparents that came to our grandparent performance last Friday. How incredibly sweet. So I saw this in my box and I was like, oh, we got a Christmas card apparently. And it says, deck the halls with warmest thank yous. My husband and I wanted to thank you and all of your second grade class for the beautiful Christmas program that was performed for us grandparents last Friday, the 7th of December. Your students were so welcoming and we loved seeing your classroom. A big thank you to your music teacher also, so I'll pass that along to our music teacher. Your students brought such happiness to so many. Keep up the good work. So sweet. That was really nice of her to send that. It's one of my sweet kiddos' grandparents. Very cool. Oh my goodness, just... I was watching Jeremy Michael Book's vlog this morning, and it was for day 10. And he said that he mentioned me, said he was watching me, and I was saying, we're going to do this, 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 and this. And he was like, how are you doing all this stuff? And I'm like, because I'm crazy, man. I'm crazy. That's why. Probably shouldn't do as much stuff because it's too much muchness, but I'm extra. You know I am. I'm extra. So I have to throw in extra stuff, right? I don't have my lights on right now either. There we go. I'm extra. That is why we're doing so much stuff. Yeah. We had like 30, I'd say we probably had about 40 minutes before our visitor was going to come, and I wanted to allot about 25 of that for talking about Ireland, Christmas in Ireland. And I was like, sure, we could throw out a watch think killer. Why not? Because I'd already planned on doing one, but the lesson and getting stuff together took a little longer. And I gave them like, I call it no stress snack time. My lunch is ready because they didn't have to eat their snack while they were doing math. They could just, we did math and put it away. And then they had snack time where they could chat with each other. So it was more fun for them because it wasn't a hard math lesson at all. Like they totally got it. It was adding three 2-digit numbers together, and they started out, thankfully, reminding them, oh yeah, you know how to add 3 numbers together. So now you're just adding the tens place into that, no big deal. And they're like, I said, I think this lesson is not going to be too scary for you guys. I really do. You kind of already know how to do it. And they're like, okay. And I started doing it, and they're like, oh yeah, that's totally easy. And it was kind of cool because at the very beginning of the lesson, I put the numbers up that we were going to add together. I told them a math story, and I wrote the numbers down. I said, you need to write your problem and then solve it how you would solve it, because there's more than one way. So you solve it the way you want to solve it, and then we'll share out. And so I had 3 different students come up and show how they solved it, because they all 3 solved it different ways. So because they partnered up 2 different numbers each time. Like one of them partnered up the top 2, one of them partnered up the bottom 2, one of them partnered up the top of the bottom. So that was pretty cool. And I'm like, hey, is that person's way right and that person's way not right? And they're like, no, they're all right. I'm like, yeah, as long as you are doing the math correctly, you can solve it how you want to solve it. So pretty cool. If you come to the same answer as your friend, it's very likely that you did it correctly, correct? And they're like, yeah. So that was good. I was goofy. I kind of wish I would have filmed myself because I was just silly during math today, just really, really silly. Probably because of my headache, because after I've had a horrible headache, it just like makes me loopy, I think. Not the medicine, because I don't take prescriptions or anything. I just take like Excedrin and stuff, which is probably why it's not helping that much. But anyway, I don't want to take, you know, heavy stuff if I don't have to. I digress. I was very super silly. And I was like, and they were just loving it. They were absolutely loving it. Kind of, like I said, I kind of wish I could have filmed that, but I don't know how I would have done that without showing the kids. And I can't show the kids. I mean, I probably could if I got permission from all their parents and all that yada, but I'm not going to put them on YouTube because I don't feel comfortable doing that. Even with permission, I don't really feel like putting children on YouTube. So that's why I won't do that. But I do show, you know, parts of them, just, you know, from like legs and stuff and or their arms. Don't show faces. Anyway, it was kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I was like, when you're adding in that third guy, don't leave him out. Let him come to the math party too. They all want to party down. And they were just like, yeah, math party. I'm like, yeah, woo, math party. So just, you know, to just get them interested in just being silly. And then they didn't know that this lit up. So I broke that bad boy out too in the middle. I was like, and they're like, oh my gosh, it lights up. I'm like, yeah, cool, huh? It was really fun. And of course, I'm all jingly with my earrings and stuff and my bells and my antlers. So yeah, all kinds of fun has been had today so far, which is good because I didn't even tell the kids I have a headache. There have been times where I've had such an awful headache that I've told the class, hey guys, I really need your help today. I'm feeling really crummy. Can you really, really, really work hard to be super extra quiet while you're working and try not to make sudden loud noises because that will hurt my head more. And I want to stay all day and I don't want to have to go home. So if you'd like me to stay all day, please help me out to help me feel as the best I can with this headache. And they're like, okay. But today I just thought, you know what, let's just, okay, I hear you. Let's just see how it goes. Because I didn't want to bring that out if I didn't have to. And so far I haven't had to. So the rest of the day should be good. I need to go get my kiddos and take them to recess, which is pretty nice. I think it's in the 50s. Oh, my stuff's falling over. So we're going to learn about reindeer, which I totally forgot I had this. So I'm definitely going to bring this out and I'll film it because there's probably some cool stuff with this. And we will be, what did I tell you earlier? I don't remember. Yes, we'll be reading this and they will be working on their gingerbread stories because they get to write their own version of the gingerbread man. That'll be exciting. And I'm kind of flip-flopping some things because I'm not going to be gone tomorrow and I'd made my lesson plans like I was going to be gone. So I don't have to worry about that now. So I can do whatever I want on off my lesson plans. I don't even have to do what I put on there. So, yep. So far, so good. I will check back with you later. Alrighty. Got them deposited at recess. I was right. It's exactly 50 degrees. A little chilly. Especially, it's a little chilly where it's no sun. Which we don't have. Oh my goodness. Wow. We don't have a ton of shade out there. You ever just deflate when you get in your room? Wow. Okay. This should be cooled enough now. I haven't had these for a while. This is a grilled chicken marinara with Parmesan. These are yummy. 4 minutes in the microwave. You let them sit for just a minute. And then you dump the one tray into the bottom that has the sauce in it and mix it up. And I add a tiny bit of salt because it's kind of bland for me, but then it's really good. And it's filling. Throw in some yogurt or a piece of fruit and you got a good meal. So this is what it looks like all together. Yeah. All right, I'm going to eat that. I'm going to drink a ton of water and get ready for the awesomeness that this is. My board is cleaned off, except for I did have the kids tell me the characters in the Legend of the Poinsettia, because that was to do with Mexico, and I wanted them to kind of have that in their, that made it seem crazy. I wanted them to have that in their heads, not crazy. I wanted them to have that in their heads, not crazy. So they would be ready to listen to our guest. All right. I will definitely be showing you what we do with our Scholastic News. And then I'll probably check back in later and let you know how the day ended. So stay tuned for that. Tell the things that help it survive in the cold. Reindeer antlers are made out of bone or fur? Bone. And blank is something that helps an animal survive where it lives. An address or an adaptation? Adaptation. Awesome. Make sure you wait for both choices. Woo! Shh. Reindeer use their antlers or eyelashes to dig up plants. Let's see what happens. Probably nothing. Oh, yep, it won't let us do that. Use their antlers to dig up plants in the snow. Reindeer's antlers or hooves help them walk? Hooves. Reindeer make a long migration every year or once in their lives? Every year. Every year. Cool. Look at all the grass. Animals that hunt and eat other animals are called predators or hooves? Nice. Good observation. I noticed the grass was getting greener and there's more of it. And the leaves on the trees, yeah, there's less snow. All right. Which adaptation helps keep a reindeer warm? Antlers or fur? Fur. Ooh. Which adaptation helps reindeer fight off predators? Fur or antlers?
Reindeer made it great work. Oh, they're in the forest.
Yeah, you hear birds? Guys, did you hear birds before? No. So they went where it's warmer.
They were migrating.
That's right, they were migrating.
But it is a dangerous place called camouflage. Many animals use it to avoid being eaten.
Got all my kids to their dismissal places, and now I'm trying to tidy up life. Because they just scooch everything. Like everything walks. Have you noticed that in your classroom? Like your desks walk. Everything that can be moved is like, oh my goodness. The classroom library like foam pad thing here is just all squashed to pieces. And it's messing up the edges of it. I don't know what they do. It's like they don't pick their feet up. And then like the gingerbread people knock over anyway. But like, look at this. These are all like, I don't know if you can tell, all discombobulated. There. Not too bad. They used the dot library the last few days.
Early buses may now load. Early buses may now load.
Need to put the new people on the house because 2 new tenants will be moving in tomorrow. I think I've got all my calendars changed. Nope, I don't think I have this one changed. Nope, tomorrow's the 13th. All right, there we go. Whoop. And I gotta do the one in the back. Oh my goodness. Phew. You know, I've noticed when I'm editing my vlogs, I will see the calendar and lots of times it's the wrong month because I haven't flipped it from the last one. Thankfully that one is fixed. And I've noticed this has been bugging me. There. That's been bugging me in the last few vlogs and I keep saying, don't forget to fix the blinds. And I just forget to fix the blinds, of course. So I need to find my, there we go, my really fancy Post-it note house label and write the new inhabitants' names. A whole bunch of kiddos filled up their Super Improver cards. So these guys forgot to take theirs with them, but I'll give them to them tomorrow. It's no biggie. I forgot who I chose. Let's just go over there and find the sticks. That's why I leave the sticks out. The pick sticks that I have. Okay, here we go. Let me write. I'll write their names on here. It's 2 girls this time. Oops. Hold on to that thing. When Caitlin comes to get me today, we are going to drive, she's going to drive to her technical school to pick up her fundraising things because there is like frozen cheesecake and that's why it's falling I don't know what else. Sausage, I think. They did an FFA fundraiser. And that will help her pay for her field trip, I think. To somewhere. I don't even know where she's going. She'll remind me later, I guess. Oh. Speaking of things, look at this. Get in the light so you can see it better. Maybe. There we go. This is made from goat's milk. Cool. It is the best lotion ever. So, beautiful lady that's a grandma to one of my kiddos has a goat farm. But she doesn't make that stuff. She knows someone that does. She knows a lady in Virginia that makes natural products like soaps and things out of goat's milk from her goats that she raises. And so she gave me a gift basket. With all cool goat products. So this has some oatmeal milk and honey soap. And I think this is a lip balm. Yeah, it's a lip balm. And some more awesome soaps. And she was telling me today that she and her husband have stopped using like the moisturizing body wash. I think it'll stop crinkling now. There we go. Because that is so much better. And it doesn't leave like a film on you. That lotion, I felt terrible. She saw me in the hallway today. She goes, how'd you like the lotion and the soap? And I went, I haven't tried it yet. I'm sorry. Let me go get it out right now. I totally forgot about it. I forgot about it. She gave it to me last week. Oh my gosh. So what happened was it kind of got buried back here in all this stuff. And so I'm like, oh, I forgot all about that. So I got it out. It's my favorite scent too. It's warm vanilla sugar. Oh, I love it. I'm like, it smells so good. So I put some on. I'm like, hey guys, this is special lotion made from goat's milk. And they all kind of went, ew. And I'm like, no, it's really good for your skin. You want to try some? And they're like, yeah. So every single student, every single one wanted a little glob. And it's the kind of stuff that a little goes a long way. So I just was giving them little dots. And they're like, I'm like, rub it in. A little bit goes a long way. Rub it in really, really good. It'll be good for your skin. Because their little hands are getting chapped from being outside in the wind. So, yay. So I'm going to keep that here because I have like a jillion lotions at home. And that will be awesome for here because it's a nice thick lotion, but not so thick that it doesn't penetrate your skin, but it feels really soft and like protected when it's on, but it doesn't feel greasy and slimy and heavy. So really, really good. Oh, let me see if I can find the name of the place on here. Oh yeah. Salus Ocasis Villa. And how about I just put, I like the website. Here is the website. Can you see that even? I don't know. Put there. You can go to that website if you want to order some. And the lady was telling me, the grandma said that she basically gets those flat rate shipping boxes and fills the box. And it's like, I think it's like $4.95 when you fill the box. So very reasonable shipping. This afternoon, we accomplished learning about Ireland the rest of the way. Well, I reminded them what we talked about earlier, and they did their research page in their booklet, and most of them, I think, finished their postcard. Some of them didn't get to it yet. And I got 2 more kids tested, my high kids. So now I have 5 tested out of however many I said, 16? Yeah. I had 16 to test, so I have 11 left. But I found out I have after Christmas too. Like when we come back in January, I can test then too. So I think we have like another week before report cards are due. Who knew? That's awesome. I'm like, okay, yay. So cool beans. I really don't want to have to hold it over till then, but it's nice to know that that's there. Because seriously, it's basically Thursday now. It's Thursday Eve. And I'll have Thursday and Friday is just, no. And Monday, oh, next week is going to be cray cray city. So if I can even get a couple kids tested a day, that'd be awesome. But I don't see me getting done. A lot of people get a sub. The school will get you a sub for one day where you just stay out in the hallway or whatever and just test. I personally don't like doing that. I mean, you probably get done faster. You get a chunk of them done at least, but I don't like being out of my room all day long. And honestly, it gets very like monotonous and just, it's very mentally taxing to constantly be listening to someone read and testing them all day long. It's too much. I can't do it. And today would have been a bad day for that because my head is still hurting, even though I've taken medicine. All right, we haven't started our gingerbread man stories and we need to get cracking on that. So they're going to start those tomorrow. We did learn about reindeer as I showed you some of the things, and they had that little deal where they answered comprehension questions to help the reindeer migrate to a warmer climate. That was pretty cool. They wanted to do that again, so I did it again, sure. I had to be kind of Mrs. Grinch face a little bit. I was super strict teacher, and I said, okay, if you talk, you're leaving. You're going out in the hallway. And I don't know if they didn't believe me or didn't hear me or didn't care, but a couple of them just started talking and went, oh, thank you, you're invited to leave. And they're like, I'm like, I just stood there and looked at them, waited for them to go. Two of them, one of them tried to argue with me, and I said, nope, I won't do it again. Nope. You were told. Everyone was told. Sorry, Charlie. Better luck next time. I mean, seriously, you don't get another chance. You were told, that's it. Sayonara. He really wanted to watch the adaptation little video that we saw. Can I just, nope. Can I just go over to number 3? Nope. I really want to watch that. I'm like, well, you won't talk next time then. And he just had nothing else to say to that because it was true. It was totally true. Okay. I am going to get myself together. Caitlin's going to be here in a little bit to pick me up, and we need to scoot on out of here because the school that she goes to for technical things, like for her gardening and landscaping, is in the next town over from here, like not toward where we live, farther away from where we live. After that, we have a project graduation meeting at her school, so we need to come back. So yeah, all kinds of fun. And I just want to go home. Like, my head is just killing me. But you know, generally as I'm teaching through the day, I try not to think about it too much. If I can concentrate on what I'm doing, if I'm able to concentrate, I can kind of forget about it for that little bit of time. But like when the kids are gone and I have time to sit down and breathe, I'm like, oh yeah, that really hurts. So it kind of gets me through the day, keeping on with them. Tomorrow, we'll be doing all kinds of fun stuff. So for Power Hour, they're going to be making a watch, think, color tree by adding 3-digit numbers together with regrouping. So I told all of them they need their crayons, and I need to make sure that I email all the teachers. And we'll have both groups together for that. Something about Friday on here, and I don't know what it is. So I'll have to read that. It's probably about our PLC meeting, because it'll be the last one until January. So I got to get that test given. I did print it out. It's back here on my counter. What isn't on my counter, honestly, except for children and me. We had library for specials today. And I told the librarian, I said, this girl, I don't know if she's going to make her goal. She's like at 20%. And she's like, why? I said, because she's not reading. Not reading and taking quizzes. I said the last time she checked out a book was probably 2 weeks ago. Because every time I think about it, I go, do you need to go get books from the library? No. And this morning when we went to the library, she had no books in her hand to return. And I said, do you have books to return? No. You haven't, I don't remember you going to the library for a very long time now. Like, you need to be stepping up your game, sister. You're not going to make it. Like, I said, you probably have about 5 good days of AR testing that you can do. Because, like, movie day, there's no way. It'll be Crazy City. Grinch day, yeah, she might be able to take a quiz in the morning. I don't know. Friday's a half day. There's no way next week. So we've got tomorrow. We have Friday. These are in the morning mostly. Thursday afternoon, she could quiz too. But I think the problem is she's not reading at home. See, really, they're supposed to read their books at home at least one time, then read for the second time at school and then quiz. Not read both times at school and then quiz, because you don't have enough time for that. Not for every single day when there's other stuff to do too. So she's just not working at it. She's not working at it. And I've got a couple of other friends that are not going to make it if they don't really crack down and take several quizzes in a day. Like take one in the morning and one in the afternoon. One in the morning, one in the afternoon. Like they're going to have to take at least 2 a day to catch up because they haven't been doing them. That's not because I haven't been giving them a chance to do it. It's because they're not taking the opportunity to do it when I give them the chance. And I can't make them do it. Like I'm not going to stand over them and go, read, 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 read. I couldn't read if someone did that to me, whether I wanted to or not. I couldn't do that. I'd be like, you know, so that's not good. I'm not going to be like reading dictator. So I don't know. The really bad thing is if you don't reach your goal even one time, you don't get the shirt at the end of the year. Whether you reached it the other 3 times, doesn't matter. You have to reach it all 4 times to get your shirt. So it's going to be a rude awakening if they don't make it. Not cool. All right, I think I'm going to sign off for now. I might get to take you on the road when Caitlin and I go to the other school that she goes to every morning, but maybe not. This might just be the end of the vlog. I don't know yet. We'll see. So if it is, I'll say goodbye and I'll see you tomorrow. And if it's not, you'll see in a minute because it won't end.